Hide and seek slow feeders for your dogs are a really great way to engage their brain, to enrich what they are doing, to slow them down while they're eating, but also add a little bit of fun. So what can you use inside of these hide and seek feeders that have flowers and leaves and little petals that you can put food under to make your dog work and forage for the food that they are going to be eating? Obviously, we're going to start with their base food. So I use Unkibble from Spot and Tango. We use the turkey one. I'll link it down below for you where you can get a discount on my affiliate link. And that fits really nicely under these petals and under these leaves. They're a little bit bigger, so they're a little bit easier to see, and they don't get stuck as much as Kibble can. Kibble's also something that you can be using. I use a mix of Unkibble and Kibble with a bunch of things mixed into it, so we elevate their food a little bit. And I'm using the salmon from Jinx Kibble. I'll link that down below for you as well. And you can see how it just tucks very nicely under these petals, under the little leaves, and it makes the dogs have to then work to dig it out and eat their food. So I am putting the base of their food in there for sure, but I'm also hiding some special little treats. I love to use things that are in my kitchen already that are dog safe, so fruits and vegetables are really good choices. I used things like carrots that are chopped up, pieces of cucumber, you can use little pieces of apple, you can put even watermelon and strawberries and blueberries and things that are going to be a little more seasonal. You can put things like egg in there, but it's going to be a little bit harder for you to clean out after the fact. So when you are getting these hide and seek Snuffle mats, make sure you get the dishwasher safe ones. I definitely tried to hand wash one of these last night, and it's not easy to do even if you're soaking it. So I definitely prefer using a dishwasher to get these things clean, because the whole point is that things are tucked under it and your dog's going to have to forage to get that out. Likewise, you're going to have to kind of really work to get some of those crumbs and the dirty bits out so that it is nice and clean for the next time you're going to be using it and there's no bacteria or anything growing in there. So you can tuck their food in there, you can tuck their kibble in there, you can also put little treats. So you don't just have to use their food, you can use their biscuits, you can use, I love the Bocce brand treats because they're limited ingredient and real foods. And so I will occasionally put some of those things in there, but you don't want to put anything too big. So you're not going to use longer treats, you're not going to use big bulky treats. If you have a big or bulky treat, break it in half. Because I use the Bocce one, they come in the letter B, and I just snap that in half and I can put them in different sections here. So now they have 2 treats instead of 1 to find, or I can leave it as a whole. I do tend to snap them for my smaller dog because I have 2 English Springer Spaniels and a Paparini, and she's a tiny little thing. So I snap those in half for her so it's easier for her to eat. I can do the same while I'm putting them in here so that my dogs can find them as they're going to be eating. But fruits and vegetables, anything like celery or cucumbers or carrots, it's gonna be a really great choice for you. And the more colorful you can make it, the easier it is for them to find it. So if I have kibble, which is dark brown, and my unkibble, which is light brown, and then I mix in carrots and cucumbers, now I have that orange color, I've got those light pale green colors, they're going to stand out in different ways. So my dogs not only can sniff out the different smells of the different types of food, but they can also visually see bits and pieces of it and make them encourage themselves to go after those different things that they really like inside of their Snuffle feeder. So I love these hide and seek Snuffle mats. These are really, really fun for your dogs to then eat their dinner through. I actually, last night I tried something for the first time. I used a slow feeder swirl bowl that I talked about in other videos, and this. I got their entire meal and their extras in those 2 different mats. So each girl got 2 different mats, and they were able to eat their entire dinner without having to touch a bowl, which was a really great opportunity for them to engage their brains, to really think it through, and to make sure that they were having fun and slowing down while they were eating. So follow along for more ideas. If you want ideas on how you can create different foods for your dogs, I do this on my Instagram stories. So you can come over to KM Robinson Pups on Instagram, and in our stories quite frequently, I won't say it's every day, but frequently, I will show you what I am feeding my dogs, how I'm designing it. Sometimes it's pretty, sometimes it's all mixed together, but I go for colorful different bowls, different ways to feed my dogs so that it is interesting and unique, and it tastes good to them as well as being healthy for their bodies as we're elevating the food no matter what base we're feeding our dogs. So drop your questions down below, follow along in the playlist as we continue to talk about foods and different ways that you can slow your dog down and help level up the food that they are eating. And we will get to you in our upcoming episodes to answer any questions that you have as well. We'll see you tomorrow.